Alright guys, welcome back to another episode with the Clueless Gamer. I'm starting a new series today. It's going to be a playlist of how-tos for Mountain Blade to Bannerlord, covering everything from recruiting to adding companions to your team, to knowing how to siege, how to declare war, all that stuff. And hopefully everything in between, just to take the learning curve out of Bannerlord, the sting out of the learning curve rather, and make this game a little bit more digestible for somebody new coming into it, because it can be pretty intimidating with all the different facets. Today, I'm going to be showing you something super simple, how to recruit troops, both from the standard tier and the noble tier, and how to upgrade them. I'm also going to take some time to discuss army compositions, but that's going to be toward the end of the video. This series is going to be a bunch of short videos. With that being said, let's just go ahead and dive right in. So how does recruiting work? Well, I went to the first village that was near me. All villages and towns, which are these larger labeled places, have recruits that you can purchase. So all you have to do is go to one. In this case, I'm in Tavia. You go to recruit troops and you go ahead and purchase them. All right, as long as you have cash, it'll tell you how much that you paid, and you're all set and good to go. You can do that for standard recruits, and you can also do that for noble recruits. And noble recruits look a little different for each faction. In this particular video, I'm going to be highlighting the Empire noble recruits, so you have a better idea of what that looks like. Basically, you have to go around to different villages. I don't believe every village has the noble tier, so you just have to go until you find it. When you recruit, it'll look something like this. For the Imperials, it's the Vigla recruit, and you'll know it's noble because it has one line just like this, versus the one upgrade path just like this, and it's usually a tier 2 unit when you recruit it. If you were to go to the Imperial recruit, you'll see that it has two upgrade paths, or two lines of upgrade paths to different units, kind of the standard units. The noble troops tend to have a specialty, and they tend to be a little stronger. In this case, the Imperials have some Imperial Elite Cataphracts. These guys are really strong. Some of the best heavy cavalry in the game. And yeah, anyway, so you would go ahead and you would recruit them. And then all you have to do is find a looter party or a bandit party. I'm going to load a save where I've already done that. And the main reason why you want to search them out is they're only going to gain experience through combat, much like yourself. You're only going to gain the, one-handed skill, two-handed skill, pole arm, riding, all that stuff, mostly in combat. So basically what that would look like is like this. You encounter a looter party, or, the mountain bandits, or etc. You'll go through a quick dialogue, and then you would just attack. For the sake of this video, I'm just gonna load a this battle already completed, but you would go ahead and of course fight that battle. Pro tip: if you want your troops to upgrade faster, don't kill any of those units. That's gonna be the fastest way to ensure that your recruits are soaking up all of that experience. So try to strike a balance between getting in combat yourself versus letting your troops handle the business. Of course, you could also, if it's like a larger party, it would totally make sense for you to dive in and get some of that experience. But if you want to, kind of upgrade quickly, leave it to your troops. At the end of a battle, you'll gain experience, you'll gain influence, you'll gain renown. If you're a vassal or a king, you'll also gain influence. And then you would go ahead and click your party, and you'll see here that every tier of unit has a certain amount of experience required before the next troop upgrades. In this case, the battle that was just fought allowed enough experience for 2 of my units to upgrade. So let's just say, hypothetically speaking, I wanted to kind of do an even split between my infantry and archers. That's what that would look like. You know, I typically, when I play, I do a mostly ethnic composition. So that looks a lot like this. You know, you would have your kind of your mixed infantry for the Empire, if we were doing an Empire campaign, in the front, and this is going to be your regular infantry, trained infantry, veteran, and then all the way up to the Legionnaires, my personal favorite, because they're super heavy infantry, and they can take a beating all day and hand it out. So you put them in the front ranks. You would leave your mixed range units. In this case, I put a mix of Imperial lower tier archers, higher tier archers, and crossbowmen in the back. That way the archers can do some decent range damage while the crossbowmen can really drill into the heavy infantry. On the left flank of the front line of the infantry, we have the Imperial cataphracts, and on the right, some of the lighter cavalry in the game. I like playing an ethnic composition, partly because it's a little bit more challenging. In the next image, I'm going to discuss how you could do a mixed composition, because every faction has their specialty. In this particular case, the Empire has really heavy infantry and some very decent heavy cavalry. Britannia will have some of the best archers in the game in their noble tier of units. Vlandia has arguably some of the heaviest cavalry, probably the best if you're recruiting the Banner Knights. And actually, we'll go ahead and I'll show you that right now. And for horsemen, mounted horse archers, the Kazites, I mean, you can't beat them. I'll link a video to the walkthrough or the playthrough that I'm doing with them right now, a all mobile horseman archer. But those guys are force multipliers. So if you were doing a mixed composition, it might look something like this. You have, you know, heavy Empire infantry in the front, the Vlandian Banner Knights to your left flank, the Kazite horse archers to your right, and some of the noble tier Britannian archers in the back. So depending on the type of playthrough you want, you could do that. Doing a mixed composition isn't necessarily that much easier, because you do have to go around recruiting from the different areas of the map. So that's kind of the annoying part. You know, you just have to ride around and then recruit and keep these guys alive. And then if they die, you have to go back to where you can recruit them. And that can be kind of a headache. But you can really take advantage of each army or each faction's specialty in warfare. When you do a ethnic composition, which is what I like, you're kind of taking them on at whatever disadvantage you have. So, you know, if I was doing the Empire, I'm not going to have very good, you know, horse archers. They're not going to be up to par with the Kazites. But I'll sure as hell beat most infantry in combat, because I have some of the heaviest infantry in the game. But if I'm up against Britannia, I'm probably going to take quite a few hits, because those archers can do a lot of damage. Anyway, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you'll enjoy this series. And you'll enjoy the walkthrough as well. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification button. Catch you in the next one, guys.